In the previous class, we discussed about the plant tissues. We have seen that there are two types of plant tissues, the meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues. We have discussed about the meristematic tissues in detail. We have learned that meristematic tissues are also known as the growth tissues. Today we will discuss about the permanent tissues. The permanent tissues are of two types, simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. So before we start, let us know what are simple permanent tissues. The simple permanent tissues are those tissues whose cells are made up of similar type of cells which are similar in structure, similar in function and similar in origin. So there are three types of simple permanent tissues. They are the parenchyma, collenchyma, and the sclerenchyma. So, सिंपल परमानेंट टिश्यूज तीन तरह के होते हैं. कौन कौन से हैं? पैरेन्काइमा, कोलेन्काइमा एंड स्क्लेरेन्काइमा. So now let us discuss about the parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells, they are the living cells they are isodiametric. Isodiametric means equal in all the sides. All the sides are equal, oval or spherical in shape, or they can be polygonal also. Now let us see the structure of the parenchyma cells. You see the cells are oval in shape. They can be oval, spherical or polygonal. The cell wall is thin. It is thin wall. You see the cell wall is thin. This is the cell wall. A centrally placed large vacuole is there. This is the vacuole. And a peripheral nucleus. The cytoplasm is present, and at the periphery, that is at the boundary or margin of the cell wall, the nucleus is placed. This is the nucleus. These are the chloroplast. The cell wall is thin and made up of cellulose. You see large intercellular spaces are present. Many intercellular spaces are present. So these are intercellular, yani space between two cells. Therefore, these cells are loosely packed. The parenchymatous cells are loosely packed. You can see lot of intercellular spaces are present. Now, what is the location of the parenchymatous cells? The parenchymatous cells are present in all green parts of the cells. They are actually the packing cells which stores food. Now, let us see the functions of the parenchymatous cells. Functions. First function is it stores food. So this is storage. Storage. It stores food. It also stores It also stores the waste products of the plant. Now you can ask, what are the waste products of the plant? The waste products of the plants are the resins, crystals, gums. All these are known as the waste products of the plants. Tannins are also there. So it stores waste products also. Another function of the parenchymatous cell is to give support. It gives support to the softer part of the plants, that is, it helps in giving flexibility, rigidity and turgidity to the soft parts of the plant, that is, new parts of the plant. So it gives rigidity and also provides turgidity and flexibility. Turgidity and flexibility to the softer parts of the plant. The parenchyma cells also helps in exchange of gases. You see the intercellular spaces. These intercellular spaces helps in exchange of gases. Now parenchyma cells are living cells. They are found abundantly in all parts of the plant. So if they are found in the green parts of the plant, they are known as parenchyma. They are known as parenchyma. If the same parenchymatous cells or the parenchyma are found in the aquatic plants, you know what are aquatic plants? Plants that grow in water. They are also known as hydrophytes. If they grow in aquatic plants, if they are found in aquatic plants, at that time they are known as parenchyma because they have got air cavity. So in aquatic plants, they are known as parenchyma. Parenchyma because they have got air cavity. The parenchymatous cells have got air cavity, which helps in maintaining the buoyancy of the aquatic plants. That is, it helps in floating of the aquatic plants. Now let us study about another type of permanent tissue, simple permanent tissue, that is the parenchyma. The parenchyma cells are also made up of living cells. They are present in the softer parts or the aerial parts of the plants, that is in the stems and the new leaves. The soft stems and the new leaves. They help in the flexibility of the plant, that is the plants can bend without breaking. This is done because of the activity of the parenchyma cells. Now let us see the structure of the parenchyma cells. The parenchyma cells have got the thickenings. You see the cell walls, they have got thickenings at the corner. These thickenings are made up of pectin and cellulose. Because of these thickenings, there is no intercellular spaces. The cells are compact and are attached with each other. A prominent nucleus is present. So these are thickenings of at the corners. No intercellular space is found. That is, no intercellular space is found. Intercellular. Now you see the thickenings. These thickenings are made up of pectin and cellulose. Because of these thickenings, there is no intercellular spaces between the cells of the parenchyma. Now this is the vacuole, centrally placed vacuole. Centrally placed vacuole is there and the nucleus is there. Now what is the location? Where are the parenchyma cells or the tissues found? They are found below the epidermis of the stalk of the leaves and in the new stems, that is in the soft stems of the dicot herbs, herbaceous dicot plants. They are absent in the monocot. Okay, so they are absent in the monocot, completely absent in the monocots. They are not found in the monocots, they are only found in the dicot plants, that is below the epidermis of the stalk, the ribs, the midribs. Now let us see the function of the parenchyma cells. Function. Important function is it gives flexibility and mechanical support to the plants. That is the aerial part, the softer parts of the plants. The plants can bend without breaking. So this gives mechanical support. It also provides rigidity and flexibility to the plant. Since they are green in color, it can also undergo photosynthesis. It helps in growth also. The second point will be it helps in growth. The parenchyma tissue helps in elongation and growth of the plant parts. It also stores food because they are living cells. They can store food and also undergo photosynthesis. They are present in the green parts of the plants, so they can also undergo photosynthesis. So we can write that it can store food, it stores food and photosynthesis also helps in photosynthesis because they are present in the green part of the plants. They can undergo photosynthesis. Now the third type of simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, अभी आपने देखा दोनों parenchyma and parenchyma, they are made up of living cells. They are live. But sclerenchyma is made up of dead cell. So sclerenchyma is of two types, scleretes and fibers. Since the sclerenchyma is composed of dead cells, the cell wall is very thick, made up of lignin, and it provides mechanical support to the plant. Now this is the structure of the sclerenchyma cell, the longitudinal section of sclerenchyma. This is the thick cell wall, which is made up of lignin. Since they are made up of dead cells, the cell wall is very hard and tough. You see these portions? These are unlignified or unthickened area of the portion, the sclerenchyma cells. इनको कहते हैं pits. They are known as pits. This is the lumen, a narrow cavity known as lumen. Now, what is the location of these sclerenchymatous tissues? Sclerenchyma tissue. They are found in the monopod stems, that is the outer covering of the monopod stems, in the hard covering of the seeds, nuts. The sclerenchymatous tissues are also found in the xylem and phloem, that is in the vascular bundles. They are also found in the coverings of the nuts, the outer coverings of the nuts. In the form of fibers, you can see them in the husk of the coconut. Then jute is there, which is in the form of fiber. Hemp, jute, they are in the form of fibers. They are actually the sclerenchymatous tissue. आप लोगों ने फ्रूट्स खाए होंगे, बेर खाए होंगे. बेर के बीज जो स्टोनी है, so sclerenchymatous seeds can be called as grits and stones. Either उसको stones बोलिए या grits बोलिए. Now what is the function, the main function of the sclerenchymatous tissue? First main function is providing mechanical support to the plant. Remember, they are made up of dead cells. So they provide mechanical support to the plant. They also protect the internal parts of the plant. Sclerenchymatous cells or the tissues, they can be of commercial use also, like jute, hemp, they are commercially used. So today we have learned about the simple permanent tissue, that is the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Out of these three tissues, parenchyma and collenchyma, they are found in the living cells. Sclerenchyma is found in the dead cells. It is actually composed of dead cells. It gives mechanical support to the plant. It gives protection to the plant, and it is also of commercial use.